KSI was robbed, is what pretty much everyone on the internet is saying right now. And this is very, very controversial, to the point where KSI is going to be appealing the decision. But is KSI right to appeal? Are the people that watched at home and watched at the actual place correct in saying that KSI won this fight and Tommy Fury was lucky or the fight was rigged? Is this a legit statement? Well, let's review the fight and see what went down and if KSI was really robbed. Now keep in mind, I'm no judge by any means, but what I do have is 2 eyes, and that is pretty useful. So let's just use common sense. Let's not even use boxing knowledge, let's just use common sense. I'm reading here. KSI threw 124 punches, Tommy Fury threw 159 punches. So if we're looking at who was attacking more and who was the aggressor or just more active, Tommy Fury seems to have that stat. But if we're looking at accuracy, which is what we should be looking at, and looking at punches that actually landed, then this is a lot closer than you may have thought. KSI connected 38 punches and Tommy Fury connected 39. But at the end of the day, Tommy Fury landed more. So that's the first thing you can have a look at. But to really decide who won, we have to actually take a look at the fight. So let's do that. Okay, so after watching the first round again, the first thing I want to say is the sexual tension between these two is just ridiculous. They're hugging every 3 to 5 seconds. I would say about half of this round, maybe even less than that, was actually fighting. There was no clear aggressor in this round. Tommy Fury took control of the ring at some points and KSI took control of the rings at other points. KSI landed a very big shot near the start of this round, and most of Tommy Fury's punches were landed in the clinch or in very close proximity, and this created quite a big issue with Tommy Fury hitting KSI on the back of the head, because the only real chance Tommy Fury had to land in the first round was in a clinch in close proximity where you have to really get your arm around, and that's why he ended up hitting the back of the head. KSI landed more shots, KSI was being slightly more aggressive, so I'd give round 1 to KSI. Okay, we got the second round going here. So KSI starting in the corner, Tommy Fury approaching him, and Tommy Fury lands some nice clean shots there. Again, we get back into this hugging session. Why the hugging? KSI with a very nice shot there, and look at this. KSI is very aggressive here, and this is where the round starts to flip in KSI's favour. KSI is very aggressive with the body and head shots and doesn't let Tommy Fury go lightly out of that clinch. KSI is being the aggressor mostly in this round, especially as we get into this I don't know what I'm trying to say. As we're getting into the 1 to 2 minute range, I guess. A lot of measuring up in this round as well. You notice that a lot throughout this fight. Very sloppy boxing here. KSI is spamming the same 3 to 4 moves. Mortal Kombat, just spamming. Tommy Fury opened that round very, very well, very strongly, but KSI brought it back in the end, being very aggressive. I'm guessing because he was frustrated with the back of the head shots, and KSI takes that round as well. That kid dancing in the background is very distracting. Again, KSI throwing a punch and then Tommy Fury responding, so very, very even here, very, very messy. Not a lot is actually getting done in these rounds. It's a lot of just getting into the clinch, just throwing these shots, hoping that the guy gets tired. So yeah, the third round, very, very close. Tommy Fury trying his best to counter KSI's attacks, and KSI is being the aggressor in these rounds. And so from my perspective, a regular person, in terms of bigger shots landed, I'd again give it to KSI. So far, KSI's won the first 3 rounds and Tommy's won nothing. In the first minute of the 4th round, there's not a crazy amount of activity at all. Shots which lead to nothing, getting right back into the clinch and then breaking it up and then repeating the cycle. Okay, so continuing the 4th round, Tommy Fury won this, and there's not really a question about it at all. In this round in particular, I've noticed that as KSI comes forward, KSI looks like he's planning an attack in the 4th round at some point, but then he tries to do it and he either, misses the shot or misplaces, whatever. And then Tommy Fury is able to capitalize on that, getting in a better position in the clinch and being able to land more significant shots. As we get onto the later minutes of this round or later seconds of this round, Tommy Fury lands a very good combination. Just overall in this round, Tommy Fury was pushing the pace a lot more, and so that's why Tommy Fury takes the 4th round. Again, entering the 5th round, it was a lot of measuring up. KSI bouncing up and down like KSI does, Tommy Fury measuring him out in his own ways, and there are some big shots exchanged by these two, but as I say, exchanged, it's pretty much 1 for 1 here. So in the opening minute of this round, there's, to be honest, not too much to go off, and I'd just say this is even so far. This round, that is. Yeah, and then KSI started bouncing up and down like quite aggressively. I don't know what that was. Anyway, here in the 5th round, you can tell Tommy Fury's tired. There are points where he could have capitalized on the situation and didn't. Now in the 5th round, Tommy Fury controlled the center of the ring. straight up. Again, KSI was bouncing around, questionably at some points, but it didn't really lead to anything significant like we saw with Temper when his bouncing around actually ended the fight. I would give this round to Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury started round 6 off fairly strongly, pushing the pace on KSI straight away and throwing some decent shots. I believe Tommy Fury in his head knew that if he didn't win this round, it could have gone KSI's way. So he was going to be more aggressive naturally in this round. KSI throwing a lot of overhands which don't connect, while Tommy Fury's throwing a lot of punches, some connecting, some not. There's a few shots that Tommy Fury throw which one of them landed on KSI, but it's these little things that would put Tommy Fury just that slight amount ahead. Tommy Fury is putting the pressure a bit more on KSI, especially in this round. Now the rest of round 6 is very much the same. Round 6 goes to Tommy Fury, but we did deduct 1 point from Tommy Fury in the second round because he was punching KSI's man bun a bit too much. I do believe KSI was robbed. I really don't see KSI peeling this and Tommy Fury staying with the victory he has. Either way, it's completely ridiculous that we're having this conversation. KSI is a YouTuber. Tommy Fury is a boxer. KSI does boxing for fun as a bit of a hobby. I would like to also say that the judges saw this in person and they have one view of this. They can see punches with one angle. Even if they have a screen, things look different in person when you're at the event. The side I'm seeing a bit more is KSI's, and that's why I go with KSI won this fight and KSI was robbed.